Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We had some good runs recently. The streak is sort of continuing. We're at 2. Let's random. And again, I don't know if we can stop a random without breaking the streak, so we're pretty much just gonna have to live with it no matter who it is. Blue Baby, I've got to admit... Ooh, Curse of the Labyrinth means we get to save a key and maybe ride a cowboy. What do I mean, maybe? Alright. Today is this day, and the seed is V6GC ZWMR. Alright. My penmanship is gonna be terrible. Look at this, like 6GC. When I write those in my handwriting, they all look the same. Then ZWMR. It's, I don't know. I mean, some of those letters are opposites. You know what I'm talking about, but still. I should just get like a little netbook next to me and type the seeds in on that, because I can't be trusted to write, man. I always railed against, well, now, I guess. I've always railed against teachers for being like, you know, in 2nd grade, you know, we're gonna teach you how to do cursive writing, because nobody, when they're grown up, uses printing. And now, like, cursive writing might as well be fucking shorthand, right? Like, nobody uses it. But I kind of wish that maybe I'd paid more attention, because now I can't write for shit. I can type, I can compose, you know, I can put words together in a way that makes some, you know, beautiful miasma. Beautiful miasma, more like. But, oh, the boss rooms are right there. That is surprising. Yeah, when I try to use my hands, turns out that, you know, using a pen or a pencil, maybe not necessarily the most natural and intuitive motion for a human brain to do, and, I end up with a little bit of chicken scratch over there. At this point, I have to become a doctor if I'm going to justify my terrible penmanship to anybody but myself. Oh, thank God we got 2 bombs. I was actually going to mention that, because I do want to fight these bosses, but first, I wanted to see maybe we can get something of value in there. Of course, we are in a semi-risky position being on the cellar. I am, you know, I like to operate under the assumption that we're going to have to fight the Haunt in one of these cellar boss rooms. It's just, it's not a foregone conclusion, but it's relatively likely, and it leaves me the opportunity to be pleasantly surprised. Meaning, if the game chooses not to give me the Haunt, then that's okay. And the Haunt is not a death sentence, you know, it is not a true disaster. And that's why I get a little ornery when we're playing on the stream and, you know, Nick gets on the cellar and he's like, hold on, we gotta restart, so we start on the basement. If you never fight the Haunt, if you never force yourself to do it, you're never gonna learn how to do it, man. I sucked against the Haunt, and then, you know, fought him 10, 15 times, and now I've got a decent strategy for how to deal with him. But, I digress. Blighted Ovum. Blighted Ovum's not necessarily, super easy either. There is a Tinted Rock here. The thing that gets me about Blighted Ovum is, not the Brimstone Shot, necessarily. Oh, please still get that Tinted Rock, thank you. Even though we can't open it, I appreciate it nonetheless. The thing that gets me is that the freaking creep is, like, right on the borderline of forcing you to walk over it if you take, like, the longest path that you can possibly take. So it's always a little bit touch and go, but we did it, and we've got a ton of HP, and we earned our deal with the devil, which was, you know, pretty much intentional, or, like, guaranteed, I should say. And we pretty much get a 1 Spirit Heart deal in this room for Little Brimstone. I say 1 Spirit Heart deal because we, anything in there? Doesn't look like it. I say 1 Spirit Heart deal because we got 2 black hearts inside of it. Which basically gives us, not a free Little Brimstone, but a pretty cheap Little Brimstone. Wonderful. I would say we're in a very good position right now. You know, we got Deal with the Devil Precedent. We've got a great kind of baseline of HP. We're about to get 2 free items. We have a pill. I have no idea what it does. And, you know, Little Brimstone by itself is a great item. Game Kid, temporary man pack. I wonder if they have to say temporary man pack because of, like, some bullshit, like, Namco licensing or something. So I'm testing it here. You cannot, charge Little Brimstone. Or at least you cannot fire Little Brimstone while using Game Kid. I thought that might give me a little bit of an edge there, but that's okay. There is another Tinted Rock right up here. There's also another spider, unfortunately. Man, that is a great location for a bomb. Game Kid versus Poop is a no-brainer, in my opinion. The Game Kid's not great. I don't think Remote Detonator's very good either. Like, the Game Kid's not amazing, especially with Blue Baby, where the lifesteal is effectively meaningless for us, but, I like it regardless, and certainly I like it better than the Poop, which has the potential upside to give you, like, 0 HP over the course of a run, or, you know, 0, cents over the course of each average floor. Let's try to blow up some of these just to see if maybe we get a little lucky. I also want to take this pill, see if its bombs are key. Alright, well. It ended up being a range upgrade, which is not bad. I'm also going to go to our curse room, because you never know what we might end up encountering in there. Okay, so we broke even on that. I think I'm going to use our only key to open this golden chest. Because it could have an item, which is great. It could have keys, which is break even. Or it could have bombs, which would allow us to get 2 keys and a spirit heart. Or a tinted rock, I should say. Instead, we got a Guppy item, which I'm going to take with us. I think this is worth a key, although obviously I maybe would have preferred that it had been something else, but that's okay. A Guppy item for free when we've got Deal with the Devil precedent is pretty solid. Okay, Curse of the Labyrinth. You know, I wouldn't go so far as to say Curse of the Labyrinth is a good thing anymore, but it's not necessarily a terrible thing. If we get one more Guppy item here, that would be incredible. You can still get items out of these, like the rock chests, but instead we got something that's probably better than your average Guppy item, Fate. And I Can See Forever is a pretty good pill. Very good pill. So we can fly now. This is, you know, this is what people will think of when they think of the trademark Northern Lion luck, no question about it. And what can I say, you know? I can't really deny that we found ourselves in a pretty good position here. Should not have any problems finding consumables in the near future. As a result of being able to, you know, permanently access them. Keys, well, Mom's Pearl's pretty good. I think. Ignore me if it's actually one of those trinkets that just, you know, does nothing. As is wont to happen sometimes. And this should be like one little brimstone shot. Oh, come on. I was gonna say, you can't hold up too much more of a fight than that. And an extra key, okay, and balls of steel. Okay, this is absurd. Our luck right now is insane. So I was at, it sounds like I'm launching into like a, you know, late night show, stand-up comedy bit, but for real, I was at 7-Eleven last night. I don't play the lottery, but when I was walking in, there was a sign for the lottery, and, you know, normally they're used to highlight how big the jackpots are. You know, 30 million, 25 million. So it has like 2 digits. But this one, apparently someone had won fairly recently, so the lottery went down. And it was only 9 million, which, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money. But am I the only person who thinks maybe, like, the lottery should be cheaper if the potential jackpot is lower? Like, to me, that just seems like kind of a ripoff, you know? One of the very few things you can control when it comes to the lottery is, you know, when you play it. Seems like if you wanted to give yourself the best bang for your buck, first off, you probably wouldn't be playing the lottery, but secondly, why not just hold off until the jackpot becomes huge? Well, then maybe more people play it. Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. Self. Still, I don't know, just something just... It seems like, you know, the cost of a ticket should be proportional to the actual jackpot in question. Maybe I don't understand lottery economics. Maybe people... Hey, Tears upgrade. All good pills. Hopefully must not come to an end. Maybe, you know, demand for the lottery is relatively inelastic, you know? People will just... I can't believe that all these pills have been good. Like, people will play the lottery no matter what the jackpot is, because they say, hey, it's like a, you know, $4 ticket to maybe win 9 million. That's a pretty good return on my investment. I don't know, though, man. Just seems a little bit wonky to me. So I think we've got a pretty good Deal with the Devil chance here. Admittedly, I don't exactly know how our Deal with the Devil chance is affected by being on XL floors. My hope is that our penalty for taking a Deal with the Devil on the last floor manifests itself... Oh, Squeezy's so good for us. Manifests itself on that boss room, and then on this boss room where we fight exactly the same boss for some strange reason, we find ourselves having a very good Deal with the Devil chance because we've already kind of eaten the penalty, the 50% penalty, you know? Now, we are doing, as our individual tiers, not very much damage at all. But this is where Little Brimstone comes in, man. This is why I don't buy it when people are like, 2 hearts for Little Brimstone, that's crazy. That's not a really great item for us, but that's okay. 2 hearts for Little Brimstone is fine, man. That item just carried us very easily through 2 boss fights that could otherwise be somewhat annoying. So I am content with our current setup. Even though we didn't get carried on those boss rooms, and even though we didn't get any Deal with the Devil afterwards, I'm loving it. And I gotta admit, Infestation 2 is another potentially game-changing item. This allows us to get a bunch of spiders. We already generate a bunch of flies. And the spiders do 2.5 times damage as opposed to the flies. Oh my god, we also got Mutant Spider. There should be a spider transformation, man. We should be generating a stupid amount of spiders and flies now. The spiders may only generate if we actually deal the fatal blow. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I certainly hope that that's not the case. I hope that little brimstone can still spawn the spiders for us as well. But I'm not 100%. It looks like little brimstone finished the job there, and we still got spiders in both of those locations. So we should be fine here. Yeah, this is an incredible setup. Now if we could just become Guppy, not that we need to, but if we could become Guppy, we could end up with some greatness. Are we done with this floor? We are. No, we're not. There's still a little bit of space left over there. The boss rush room is a very real possibility on this run, by the way, because we do have like a lot of time stored up. Wait a minute. No, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. My mistake. This is an incredible Blue Baby run. You can't really ask for anything better than this. I'd really like to get BFF. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I would probably need a little bit more money. I was hoping there'd be a curse room. Finally, we have a quote-unquote bad pill. We're gonna go. I thought about going to the shop, but I think I'd rather save it for when we have enough money. I don't want to blow up our donation machine anymore, because I know that I've got to, you know, play our donation machine as much as possible, but I still want to ensure wins and, like, entertaining runs along the way. Hey, man, it's not about the destination, yo. It's about the journey. Have you ever heard of a great band that did a song called Don't Stop Believing called Destination? I don't think so. That band would be, however, a great name for a Journey cover band. Consider it if you're in the market. Alright. So, Quad Shot actually makes our tiers not a joke anymore, which is pretty nice. Between, like, the spiders that we're going to be generating room on room, and the flies that we generate after every room, we might not even need to ever use our tiers. Except when we're fighting bosses, which is a pretty fantastic position to find ourselves in, I've got to admit. What can I say about this run right now? We've gotten exclusively pretty good items. And, like, I can't even say, like, items that didn't blow the doors off, because, like, Quad Shot is so good. I would like to, yes, achieve this. There we go. Achieve this bomb, to put it in the most awkward phrasing conceivable. We can fly, so we don't need to worry about creep. Man, I feel bad for these wall masters. You don't know what you're getting into. Normally, by Depths Part 1, you're not dealing with this kind of horse hockey. Really, one of you. That room is like the run destroyer if you're being slow on your boss rush. 15 seconds just to kill one freaking enemy, dies in one hit. Very, very inefficient. Gemini, this is a great item. I like it, at least. We'll fly over here. This should give us enough money to buy whatever we want and donate a little bit as well. But first, our deal with the devil. I don't even recognize this as being a boss fight in here. This is our future deal with the devil. If our spiders would just be like a little bit shrewder and maybe, you know, actually go in there and attack the boss, I'd feel a little bit better about our overall DPS, but still, there's the HP that we lost on the fight, and our Eternal Heart's gonna be worthless. I want a lump of coal. I mean, I don't want to get rid of Krampus's head. I really think that Guppy's head is substantially better than Head of Krampus in this situation. We can't even take that. This is a very weird situation where we find ourselves at the HP cap as Blue Baby, and yet, like, we don't have any HP generating items. Just really, really strong offensive items have basically made Spirit Hearts obsolete for now. I would love to have some, you know, assurance that we could continue that in the future. So Pandora's Box, you're supposed to use it on odd-numbered floors. I like buying it, though. I think this one might give us the money. Oh, it just gave us a bunch of Spirit Hearts I can't use. Well, now I feel like a straight-up asshole. That's just not very good for us at all. I think we're just gonna... We might as well clear out the rest of the floor. You never know if maybe we can get a curse room or something. I would very much like to improve our chances of becoming Guppy, as you might expect. And... it's such a weird run, because there's... If we had just had maybe, like, a little bit of worse RNG, this run could be terrible right now. If our first Devil Room had, maybe instead of, like, Little Brimstone, it had, like, Ghost Baby, I could be crapping my pants right now, because we got Ghost Baby, followed by, Krampus's head, which I don't even want. We'd still be doing a pretty decent amount of damage. Black Bean for 5 cents is a good deal, but... I really hope that we are able to do a little bit of donations. Maybe even on this floor, because we can't guarantee that we won't be fighting greed on the next floor. There's our secret room. Oh, okay. Well, this is actually great because we should get a little cash. That's not very much. I think we're going to let our BFF dream die a little bit in favor of being able to donate at least a little bit of money over the course of this run, because I'm so bad about doing that, and I always feel bad. People are like, yeah, you'd know what the extra items were if you donated more than like 2 cents per run. We can always donate a little bit more on the next floor if we end up getting more money on the next floor. We did ruin our chances of getting a blood bank, but now that I think about it, we probably wouldn't go to a blood bank anyway, considering we're blue babies. So we'll head down to the next floor, feeling pretty good about the situation. It's alright, Ruka. I will open the door and let you have some of my attention momentarily. Now this is okay. Like, these rooms should be tough, but the enemies aren't really posing that much of a threat, which makes me feel even better about our situation. We got like a Lord of the Flies, Lord of the Spiders, Lord of the Dance, Lord of the Rings. I'm running out of lords. Lord of the Gourd, that's one I just made up, but you know, there's probably somebody who's really passionate about like gourd growing out there, and that's maybe a name that he could use for his own, you know, personal usage if he's interested. Lord of the Gourd. Or maybe if you were like into BDSM and you had a partner named Gourd, you could call yourself the Lord of the Gourd. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm not saying you have to do it. You're not contractually obligated or anything like that. If your name's Gourd, I'm not trying to suggest that you're necessarily into that or not into that. I'm just saying your name works very well for it. And, you know, you can blame your parents for that one. Don't blame some dude on the internet. Come on, Wallmasters. Like, who are you trying to impress here? Is it even worth Mom's Pearl at this point? Like, maybe we should get rid of Mom's Pearl in order to hold on to, like, you know, Isaac's head, which is not a very good item. Let's just admit that right off the bat. I don't believe we've been to our item room yet, but it's usually a good sign when you can say things like that, because it means that the item room wasn't, you know, the only thing on which your hopes and dreams hinged. It's a nice position to be in. We'll go to our shop to try to donate, but, yeah, apart from that, I'm not too optimistic about our chances of that, but we want to go to our item room as well, and man, if only we could get Guppy items on our boss rush room. I don't think we're capable of doing so. I don't really care about the 9 volt. I mean, it's actually, like, it's pretty good with Guppy's head. Because I believe it actually makes it so Guppy's head becomes a triple charge. Or, sorry, not a triple charge. A trickle charge. Which, I mean, we'd be able to generate more flies. How many more? Not too many, I would guess. Maybe like another 3 per room, but that's not meaningless. Man, we are the Lord of the Flies, basically. BBF and Guppy's head. One of the fastest blue baby runs I've ever had. Like, I'm pretty amazed by this. We can go to our boss rush room, and we should go to our boss rush room. Because there's a very real chance that we can get a red chest in there and get a Guppy item. That's not a Guppy item, in case you didn't notice. Also, I didn't like the idea of using 2 keys here, but we did get both keys back, and a little bit of money that at least allows me to donate. So, hopefully that donation machine holds out longer than you'd otherwise expect it to. And I'll be excited to have the opportunity to play it as much as possible. Bring it on. Now, we don't have any special bomb synergies, so I've been thinking about placing a bomb, but I don't know that it's necessarily the most pressing issue. We are, you know, starting to realize that our damage is pretty contingent on our flies and spiders. I would love the ability to generate more flies and spiders. I think it's fairly obvious, you know, what our course of action is. Kane's Eye's alright, but I think I prefer the option to... Oh, we can just fly behind it, yeah. I think I prefer the opportunity to maybe, you know, stay closer to the HP cap. Let's just quickly see if maybe we can pick up a sweet tarot card or something. Yeah, like maybe 2 of diamonds is good. 2 of diamonds is good. For 2 bombs, we just picked up something stupid like 48 cents. I'm okay with that. If we want boss rush, it will be available to us. In the meantime, let's donate a bunch. I'm pretty confident that we'll have enough money left over after this to pick up 9 volts. That's pretty solid. I'm gonna guess that this taps out before 8:30. Usually you get like maybe 15, 20 cents per donation. Well, there you go. This is actually working out very nicely for us. RNG is on our side a little bit there, so we'll buy that. I think we should definitely buy the key. Because we're gonna fight the boss, like why not just spend a little bit of extra money on that battery? Give ourselves an extra 3 flies. Might end up saving us a Spirit Heart in the long run, which is really all we can really do for ourselves is save ourselves a Spirit Heart because we can't afford to take any more with us. Good. Got out of the way in time there. Pretty good, like, opening salvo there, I'd say. Get some more spiders generated. So I'm not going to be too salty when Mom generates enemies, because when they generate enemies, it's spiders for me when they die. There's our trickle charge. It's going to take me a little while to get used to the fact that we can use Guppy's head multiple times per room. I may forget now and then, but hey, it's a non-insignificant amount of damage. Fight's over. We'll take the Polaroid. And... there's no... Okay, Taurus is so good. It really is. And Pyro's really good. But there's no way I can do this without doing Holy Mantle. It's just too strong. So, Holy Mantle, you know, fairly inarguably... There goes my Holy Mantle charge. Fairly inarguably one of the best items in the game. You know, I'm going to pop the Hanged Man card. I know there's other times we could probably get better use out of it, but I don't feel like this is a bad usage of it. I am scared shitless by that Carrion Queen there. Should probably... Yeah, just get Carrion Queen, like... Just come this way. Constantly charge. Less pooping, more charging. Less pooping, more charging. We don't have a great build right now for dealing with this boss rush room, but on the other hand, we do have the ability to generate flies fairly consistently, and in keeping with that, you know, BFF will crash into enemies, do a lot of damage, and we can hide out over rocks if things ever get a little too sweaty for us. Sweaty, probably not the adjective I should choose to use there. We'll also get 1 free item for doing this, which is pretty good. This is not like a pride thing. This is me thinking that it'll actually be fairly solid for us, like this decision. Oh wow, that was fast. I thought there were more body segments left. What are we dealing with here? Loki? That is, oh my god. Slow down just a little bit on the freaking bomb fly generation, you psycho. It's alright, it's alright. Do keep in mind there is a toxic piece of feces over here. I like it when these guys kind of come to party. And they all sit together. I need to remember to use Guppy's head. Oh, that was bad. I haven't shaved in like 4 days, and I'm starting to look like my actual character right now. It's freaking me out. Permanent Polaroid invincibility is very much a thing right now. Oh, bad damage again. Look, I don't expect to leave this room with as much HP as I came down to it with. But I do expect to leave this room with Holy Mantle, thereby saving myself more HP than I lose on this room in the long run. If you know what I mean. Come on, one of you has to be nearly dead here. Thank you. This is another easy wave. I'm like sick of commenting on boss rush at this point because the commentary kind of writes itself. This wave's easy, this wave's hard. The only wave I really am pissed off about usually is the bloat. Like bloat plus Mask of Infamy, but because we have little brimstone, I'm not too concerned about Mask of Infamy. It's mostly just the bloat in this situation. And the room's big, so, you know, BBF is gonna crash into enemies without me being exactly around, which is good. More spiders, please. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Little Gish Monstro 2 is kind of annoying for the exact reason that you just saw right there. There we go. One of you has to be very nearly dead. How did we get a half heart of damage? I'm actually very confused about that. Put another bomb down here just to hopefully take one of these guys out. See, like, this is what I mean. Our DPS is not particularly strong. But we benefit from having these spiders. As long as the spiders actually do their damn jobs, but they're mostly just kind of staying away. That doesn't help anybody. Okay, now we got annoying waves, I think. Oh no, this one's not so bad. Widow and Pin. Widow and Pin. That was silver and gold. Trying to get in the holiday season just a little bit. Sue me. Still not annoying. Oh, I forgot you could fly over that. After we go through this wave, we just have Bloat and then the Horseman, I think. Obviously, like Bloat, Mask of Infamy, and the Horseman. We don't have the Wafer. Where are these half-spirit arts coming from? I don't know. Well, I appreciate that a great deal. Yeah, get behind him. He won't be able to jump over the rocks. Oh, Gemini can actually do some chewing there. I appreciate you, Gemini. I'll let Little Brimstone do what Little Brimstone do as well. Shouldn't be able to jump over top of me there. Oh, this is good. Yeah, I can get down with this. Little Brimstone's still doing damage. Gemini's running the train on it. Very good. Where... Oh, the slowdown is real. Who's messaging me on Skype this time? Hello. Is this Mathis? I hate this guy so much. Hey man, wanna know what presents I bought for Christmas? Oh shit, is this a bad time? I fucking hate this guy. I'm gonna go to his house and leave a flaming bag of dog shit on his door step. Only it's not gonna be dog shit, it's gonna be my shit. He's gonna think it's dog shit when he steps on it, and he's gonna be like, thanks for the dog shit, and I'll be like, no dog, that was my shit. And he'll be like, ooh, I stepped in your, you know, your waste. That's like the ultimate insult. If it's an animal, you think, like, there's at least an excuse, but for a human, that's just indignant, really. Now, we have, like, a huge spider army here. It'd be pretty sweet if, like, these spiders would leave their comfort zone and maybe, like, go off and try to fend for themselves a little bit in the world today. Like, instead of just relying on their host, kind of get everything done for them. But, hey, you know, that's today's generation. He just tweeted. I just saw his tweet come up. Every time I message Northern Lion on Skype during his recording, I feel like I get one step closer to ruining our friendship. He thinks he's joking, but, like, that's actually, like, seriously true. Like, pretty soon, I'm just gonna remove him from my Skype friends list, and, that'll be that, then. Where the hell is War? I might as well take the Eternal Eye. There you are. Oh, yeah, just walk right into him. That's a very smart idea. You know, when Aerosmith sang Walk This Way, they didn't mean walk, you know, directly into this asshole. I like this, just hang out over the spikes. He's like, I can't get to him. We got Horseman, the Fallen. I think I performed pretty badly during this boss rush, and that's a testament to that. But all things considered, we're gonna be fine. We did pick up Holy Mantle. Again, what's the deal with Holy Mantle? It's incredibly strong on quick rooms. On long rooms, it loses its effectiveness. But hey, here's our item. Man, my best friend, that is pretty bad. I am not even going to pick that up out of a sense of indignity. Here we go. This run, in spite of the maybe inadequacy you might feel about that boss rush room, this run is exceptionally strong. And I do believe that our chances of becoming Guppy, you know, like on a lot of runs, we still have shit damage by this point. We don't have amazing damage right now, but we're doing very well with the spiders and flies. But, you know, we still win a lot of runs that are very bad by this point. So I feel like the fact that we're in a great position right now is very good. Did I just... I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what happened there. I think maybe BBF exploded an enemy near a bomb rock, and that hit me. You know, BBF is a harsh mistress. There's no point in getting bent out of shape about it. You gotta accept that if you take BBF, it'll end up helping you out a lot, but also occasionally it's gonna hurt. Anybody who doesn't like BBF, you send him over to me, okay? You just freaking stay away from the bomb and you'll be okay. Why did I just realized this. I can't wait to read these comments. I used Hanged Man on the boss rush room. I've been able to fly since like the 3rd floor. I did not see a tinted rock there. That is, well, that's Northern Lion in a nutshell there. No, this is Northern Lion in a nutshell. How about I get into this big bloody nutshell? I don't know why. That accent becomes like more belligerent every time. It used to be like an attempt at Austin Powers, and now it's just like, you know, this dude's been like sun-soaking in a Welsh pub for like 3 weeks. Hey, y'all get into this big bloody nutshell. Where'd you even find a nut this big? What kind of tree produces a nut this big? Alright, we got Tammy's head. Look, I love Guppy's head. I have to go with Tammy's head because it has the possibility for like the greatest synergies in the game, and it will work in conjunction with the 9-volt, so it will, you know, get a trickle charge over the course of the fight here, which is cool. What's going on here? It doesn't really do much damage yet, but it will in the future is the assumption. Especially if we can get like a brimstone on our boss fight here. Or on our devil room, I should say. Don't mind a tears upgrade. Really, any kind of cool synergy with Tammy's head is very worthwhile. And it does a surprisingly okay amount of damage on its own as well. Like, Tammy's head is not insignificant. Most of the time. Alright, we're just gonna leave then. It might be insignificant because, I do enough damage with my spiders to not really need to worry about it, but on most cases, or in most cases, it's alright. See, there you go. It took out those guys. They had already been hit by a little brimstone charge, but still. Man, one spider isn't enough to quite kill you, huh? Oh, okay. There's, I probably missed a bunch of tinted rocks. I don't buy into the logic that you need to get every tinted rock anymore. If you need to get tinted rocks, you should get every tinted rock. But our HP is fine. You know, Holy Mantle. We've got great stuff going for us. I'm not going to stress out over a couple of rock tinteds, you know? It's not that big of a deal to me. Oh, that's bad for you, buddy. Yeah, you just made a grave geo-positioning mistake. I anticipate an easy boss fight. Woo! Yeah, don't do what I did there. I anticipate an easy boss fight. Followed by the greatest deal with the devil we've ever had. 2 Guppy items in Brimstone. It looks like it could be Mr. Fred, could be double Gimpy. We'll never know, except we will in just a moment here. Mr. Fred. Mr. Fred shows up all the damn time. He's got to be like the most common boss fight on this level of the game. This area of the game, if you will. We're just going to stand like fairly far back here. We're creating spiders on a fairly regular basis. BFF, if it ever, like, you know, DVD screensavers itself over into the Mr. Fred territory there, is going to smoke the shit out of him. I'm very excited to see. You know, it looks like this one's probably going to miss. No deal with the devil. Now, I find that very surprising. Speedball, you know, is what it is. It's a speed upgrade. I don't hate it. Kind of hate the fact that we didn't get to deal with the devil. Shit happens sometimes, though. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, because you never know where you're going to go. When you're going to go. I mean, you know where you're going to go. Well, maybe you don't. I don't know. That's a good point. Look, I just nosed myself right there. Yeah, we'll try this out, because it's extremely important, and it didn't work out. Speed down, huh? 2 of those bad boys. That's pretty good. I'm looking for tinted rocks, and I don't see them. Sorry, rock tinteds, just in case my nomenclature confused you a little bit. With Holy Mantle, I really don't expect to take damage until the Cathedral. There are maybe some exceptions, he says, as he loses his Holy Mantle charge in like a second on this room. Didn't need to use a bomb there, maybe, but there's our tinted rock. You know, because of Holy Mantle, every Spirit Heart goes a long freaking way. I'm a little surprised by the lack of damage our spiders are doing. Like, the fact that we're able to do so well is a testament to the fact that we are able to generate a ton of spiders, because our individual damage is not necessarily that fantastic right now. Can't really stand still for too long. Most important thing, I think, on this fight, as he takes damage in, like, the easiest way to avoid possible, most important thing on this fight is to keep Holy Mantle active as long as possible so that you can have, like, no risk of taking damage later. But hey, here we are now. BBF, get in there. Do some shit, please. If you could hit, that would help me out a great deal. Thank you. That also, like, shat on Terror Tomo there. Got a few spiders left to do man's job for me. I don't like that when I use Tammy's head, it forces little brimstone to fire. That's not me letting go. That's just the game doing it. We did lose some Spirit Hearts. That's going to happen, all right? We're going up to the Cathedral, though. I'm relatively excited and happy about how this run could go. We lost like 1 Spirit Heart total on the last floor. That's not that bad. All we need to do is find like 1 tinted rock, and that'll sort it out. Plus, we have the whole chest to carry us. We got the whole chest in our hands. We got the whole chest in our hands. We got the whole chest in our hands. We got the whole chest. The joke there is that I was just going to keep doing it forever, but my ability to sing is awful, and as such, the more I sing, it erodes my self-confidence. So really that joke was just that eventually I was going to have no faith left in myself. Whenever I say I'm a bad singer, you know, it actually is worse for my confidence, because then people go, you know, oh, you're not that bad. And I go, I am. And now that you've said I'm not, that sends the message that maybe you're trying to be polite, or maybe you don't think I can take honest criticism about my singing voice. You think I'm a little baby? That makes me feel even worse than having a bad singing voice. You know, I can't control my singing voice that much. You know, the voice is as it was made, you know, I can't really... I'm not a mezzo soprano, I'm a Tony soprano, you know? Seriously, though, I'm bald and, well, not ruthless, but... I do look mean in a leather jacket sometimes. Kids are scared of me. Which can be a benefit if you're teaching. I don't know what... So, I'm taking the speed downgrade pill because 2 of hearts is just meaningless, I guess. Stay away. I'm still amazed that it takes more than 1 spider to kill one of those guys. Those guys have, like, amongst the lowest amount of HP that you can have at this point. An enemy can have at this point of the game, I should say. You can have as much HP as you want. Did I get hit? Is Holy Mantle still active? I think I did get hit on that room. Or on this room, I should say. It's not quite over yet. Don't like that preceding the boss, because we literally gained 1 spider. We have 1 spider helping us out here. There we go. He got in there. I'll give him credit for that. So we're not doing a ton of damage, so we're going to hang back. BFF's going to hit him on this rotation, I think. Oh, baby. A single hit from BBF, who I keep calling BFF. I don't mean to invoke the name of our Lord in vain. Our Lord BFF, of course. Good, yeah, okay. Enemies showing up is actually alright, because we'll generate a small amount of spiders as a result. We do still have Holy Mantle charged up. Alright, this is where we actually now have an ability to do a little bit more damage. And, oh, you were so close to getting dick fucked there. That's not good. Alright, it's okay, actually. Hit him with the quad shot. No spiders being generated. That's alright. Ooh, it's another weird one. Alright, BFF, your time to shine. BBF. You know what? They're all my BFF. BBF is my BFF, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Don't spawn near me. Don't spawn near me. He didn't spawn near me. Okay. And just stay tight for a second and freaking let BBF do what it does. Otherwise, it's not having the chance to be the hero that I know it can be. Don't spawn near me. Ah, it's far enough away. Barely, but enough. Alright, that was good. We didn't lose any HP on that fight. All we have to do is not get shit on the chest, and I think we're in a pretty good position to make sure that that happens. Let's do it. Dead Onion is okay. Maggie's Bow is okay. Technology 0.5, I take it. I don't really know how it works, but I take it nonetheless. Satanic Bible, I think it's worth using. Maggie's Bow, it makes Red Hearts heal for more or something like that. I don't want to take Sad Bible, sorry, Satanic Bible. I want to take Tammy's Head, because I think Tammy's Head plus Dead Onion is actually fairly strong due to the penetrative tears. And our spiders should do a lot more damage now. I don't really know about Tech 0.5. I've never really heard much analysis of Tech 0.5. I don't know if it's good or god-awful. Maybe it's like, you know, Tech fires at like X rate. Maybe Tech 0.5 or Tech 0.5, it fires at either like half of that rate or like 2 times that rate, depending on the tick. Well, oh, I was gonna say thank God for Holy Mantle, and then I just completely ruined it by walking into the poop again anyway. But hey, we got that sweet black bean charge. Man, the music on the chest gets a little loud from time to time. Alright. I still think that we're, like, very much in the clear. We're not quite doing the amount of damage that I would like to see myself doing at this point in the game. But we're also not taking as much damage as I'd expect to take at this point in the game. So it's a pretty, you know, it's a delicate balance, but I think we've reached that balance, and it's in our favor, I should say. Alright, Mega Fatties. Annoying, but otherwise not so terrible. I don't know why I placed a bomb, like, right in the middle where nobody could actually get hit by it. Not my shrewdest move. I actually am very disappointed with my own performance on that little salvo right there. We can't do anything with that Red Heart, that's okay. BBF already taken down my my defenses, unfortunately. Oh, very close. Man, this is like the perfect combination for Dark One. Just like one constantly firing in an orbital circle and one constantly charging. It's annoying the shit out of me. We're still gonna win though, and it was a very fun run. We didn't get our Guppy dreams to come true, and that's very surprising to me. But we got enough good items so that it didn't really matter very much at all. So stay away from the bomb. You could take some dumb spider damage here. Spider-based damage. Oh, come on, that didn't explode. You must have caught his toenail or something like that. That's not very good. Another half red heart we can't use. That's okay. I still, you know, I appreciate Maggie's faith showing up, though. You never know when an extra spirit heart might separate a win from a loss. And we still have about as much HP as we did when we went up to the Cathedral, so I feel like there's almost nothing that can stand in our way here. This is going to be a one run, and, you know, it just emphasizes again, or reinforces, I should say, because emphasizes implies that there's some kind of evidence going on here, but really, it just, you know, what I'm going to say is that I really like, that was not good, I really like Blue Baby. You know, Little Brimstone is probably the defining characteristic of this run, along with Mutant Spider and Infestation 2, which we were lucky enough to pick up in very close succession with one another. Yeah, oh, that was not good. Okay, you can still bung this up something fierce. Start generating some spiders from his flies, and that's where things might even up a little bit, and, you know, start moving back in your general direction. I appreciate BBF there. I appreciate you, BBF. You smart. You loyal. That's good. Sometimes it just takes a little test, you know? You gotta smarten up a little bit. I've smartened up now. Is it somewhat ironic, right, that the phrase smarten up means, like, hey, act right, but it sounds like this is like the most bunged up grammar of all time? Smarten up? Why don't we just say act smarter? I don't get it. Smarten up. What does that mean? Is that a soda? Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.